LP on the scene, what it be, yo? In the club, stay fly like an ego. Stay fresh to death, to be the steez, yo. Do it for the love,
the network queen, and you're watching LP on the scene. And I have Tony Rock here at the Addison Improv. How are you doing?
I'm great. Back again. Good to be back with you again. Last time I was in Arlington, right?
Right.
For New Year's. And it was New Year's. It was New Year's Eve.
Oh, damn.
See, I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm at. It was New Year's Eve, and now 7 months later, we're in Addison in July.
Right. And you've been here since Thursday.
I've been here since Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I was in Houston, Texas. I have a house in Houston, Texas, so I went home to chill for a few days, and then flew up here.
What made you buy a house in Houston?
Beautiful women, nice weather, food's delicious. 3-hour flight to LA, 3-hour flight to New York. No state tax, and you get a lot of house for a little bit of money.
Yes, you do in Texas.
I'm planning for my future, man. You know what I'm saying? When I start popping out babies, I gotta have a ranch and then run around on.
Okay, speaking of babies, you're not married.
Not married. Not married. Good credit. My own house, my own car. Not gay. Not on the down low.
But you do plan on getting married and having a baby soon.
Dude, I'm that dude. I do. I plan on knocking a girl up. Could be you. Could be you.
You out there bringing them home too.
Yes, that's what I do.
Do you know the last interview that we did, you had 2 girls in the room, and do you know I found out I work with one of them?
Which 2 girls?
Wow, yeah, I know I don't expect you to remember. I'm sorry.
Which 2 girls?
They were in the interview. Yeah, we got to go to that footage. 2 girls, long hair. They were sitting there. Whitney was her name. And I saw her at my office. We worked together. Okay. Small world.
Small world, and it's all minds.
Okay, I heard there was like a little fire situation going on.
While I wasn't on stage, Joe Fox was on stage. My feature, who's from here. You guys will meet him in a little while. He was on stage. The lady laughed and like leaned forward. Her hair went in the candle. Poof. Yeah, so that took up the rest of his set. The rest of his set was on that.
Oh no! And Joe Fox was on.
Yeah, a lot of it was fun. The room, you know, when anytime anything spontaneous.
Addison Improv. Yes, sir. Joe, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Naomi?
I'm good. I heard that you were on stage, and there was a fire. A lady's hair got caught on fire.
Yeah, that was quite unfortunate. You know, she paid all the money to get that hair, and
so it was fake hair.
It was fake hair, because fake hair has a certain scent when it burns. Real hair, it's a more sweet-smelling aroma. This smelled like a dead Wolverine, and this was very offensive. And this is one of those things. You know, comedy can happen at any time. You know, and people are here to laugh. And I mean, she was a good sport about it. I'm glad that it happened, because it just made my set that much better. But I was happy.
I thought they put fake candles out here on these tables.
Maybe she's trying to fire up a joint. You know how black people are. You know, let me see. Ain't nobody gonna smell this. They didn't smell. I'm glad it did catch on fire. That way, they didn't smell that weed she was smoking.
Oh my God!
Everything.
Stop it. So you're from.
It showcases. First of all, it's funny, and if it's funny, the room will enjoy it. Secondly, it'll showcase how quick that comic is to turn it into material that fast right there on the spot. So that was cool for Fox to be able to just flex his muscle and go in a different direction.
What would you have said?
The scenario, I didn't see it, so I was in the back chilling, and they said lady's hair caught on fire. So
well, I'm glad she's okay.
Yeah, she's good. I took a picture with her after the show.
How hot it is when Tony Rock's in the building.
Hey, the Rock's in the building. Vacate the women and the children.
Okay, so I heard you on stage. You said you had 7 brothers, so that makes you.
I have 7
8?
brothers and 2 sisters.
And 2 sisters.
Yeah, but since I'm talking about my brothers in that joke, so I don't reference my sisters.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I saw that you have like a younger brother that's coming out with comedy too. His name Jordan?
My little brother Jordan is in New York City. He's been doing stand-up for about 5 years. He's really, really good. I'm not just saying that because he's my little brother. He's really good. He's the future of the Rock. He's going to carry this baton that I've been passed. I'm going to pass it to him, and he's going to carry it for the next.
You guys done a show together?
Yes, we perform a lot together, yeah.
Now, the last time that we talked, I asked you about doing a movie with your brother, Chris Rock, and you didn't give me any information, working title, nothing. You said he's writing it right now.
Yeah. You're going to get an exclusive. Are you ready for an exclusive? This is going to blow your fucking mind.
I'm so ready.
Can I curse? Can I not curse? Okay, so he wrote the movie. They're in New York shooting it right now, and I don't have a part in it. I swear to God, I'm not joking. I swear, you know, I'm dead ass serious. I don't have a part in it.
Okay.
So he wrote it. They're in New York shooting it, and I'm in Addison. So we either gonna knuckle up next time we see each other, or there's gonna be some type of conversation had. But I'm not in it.
Well, Read Between the Lines is coming back.
Read between the lines. I don't know what the hell BT's doing with that, but I know Apollo's coming back. Apollo starts into August.
I love Apollo, and you are perfect for the job. I actually like watching you better than the.
I am the best host the Apollo has ever had. I'm better than Rick Aviles. I'm better than Mark Curry. I'm better than Monique. I'm better than Sinbad. I'm the best host the Apollo's ever had.
One more.
Who?
Did Steve Harvey do it?
I'm better than Steve Harvey.
Better than Steve Harvey. Wow, you
Best
forgot another person.
host Apollo's ever had. Who?
Rudy Rush.
Rudy Rush is my man, but he didn't host Showtime at the Apollo. He hosted Showtime in Harlem. That was some other. That was like the offspring of Showtime at the Apollo. Rudy Rush, my man, to the day I die.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you get exclusives here. You got to ask the right question. You get whatever you want.
Right, I know. And you told the story how you were surprised about Jamie Foxx calling you. Why does that surprise you? I mean, you're a star.
Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something.
No, I'm not letting you do that again.
Okay. All right. So this is the thing. Like, in the world of comedy, I understand that the Rock name is big, right? I understand that I'm still I'm etching my name in the stones of comedy. You know what I'm saying? But in the world of actors and producers and executive producers, I can't really gauge where I am in that world. So when people like Jamie Foxx, Oscar winner, big budget movies, when they call me, it's like, why is this guy calling me? You know what I mean? As a comic, I think I'm upper echelon. But in that world, I'm like, I don't know where I fit in. So when he called me, it's just like, dude, the fact that you even have my phone number was like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? But then when he told me what he was doing and told me the type of show it was going to be, and they needed a strong improv comic, somebody quick-witted, then I know that I know I'm perfect for that. I know I'm perfect for that. And it's Harlem, New York. I'm from New York. So that's why I'm the best. This is another reason why I'm the best host Apollo's ever had, because there's never been a host from New York to do it.
But what's different about
except for Rick Aviles. Rick Aviles is from Harlem.
But what's different about it is they brought Dougie Fresh.
Right. So I get to play with Doug, and I get to play with Gladys. I get to play with Mike. So I get to bounce things off of them as well. So it's actually a added luxury that I have that nobody else had. But I still think I'm the best.
Who did you have open up for you?
I had on this show. See, this is the thing. The guys that I take on the road with me, whatever city they're from, I let them feature in that city. So I got about 4 guys that I take out with me. Joe Fox is from here, so Joe Fox was the feature on this particular stop. Sidney Castillo, one of my boys, is from Fort Worth. He's in town working on his set for Comic View. He's about to tape Comic View. So I put Sid and Fox on the show this week. And I'm going to introduce you to Sidney right now from Fort Worth, Texas. Sidney Castillo.
Hey, Sidney. How are you doing?
Yeah, what's up, man? Appreciate it.
So you're from Fort Worth?
Fort Worth, Texas, Funky Town, Texas, yes.
How long you been doing this comedy thing?
It'll be actually 10 years, February 9th.
How did you and Tony meet?
Actually, I met Tony in the club. I used to always be a fan of Tony. So I asked him just like, yo, can I open up for you? I promise you I got 20 minutes. He's like, all right, yo, I'll look out for you, yo. And we have a mutual friend. I was like, yo, he said he would look out for me. He's like, if he said he'd look out for you, he'll look out for you. Like 2 weeks later, he's like, yo, you're going to Chicago next week, get your ticket. And I was like, all right.
Wow, is there anybody else that you went up to and said that and they just dissed you? Or?
Nah, man, I've been on the road for him for like 2.5, 3 years now. So just learning, you know what I mean, getting better. So that's my man. So we have a lot of crazy stories we try to put out there.
Yeah, like the one he told earlier. Was that your crew that was here in the front?
Say again?
Was that your crew that was in the front?
I didn't know the lady whose hair caught on fire. I wish I was here to see her hair catch on fire. Because I'm going to tell my grandkids I was doing a show and then all of a sudden her hair caught on fire. And then here's the clip. And I missed that opportunity.
Right. So what upcoming projects? Comic View. You have Comic View coming up. What do you...
I take Comic View August 11th.
Okay.
That's coming for the fall, and I just signed a deal with Russell Simmons' All Def Digital Company. I did my first webisode we produced, and it comes out in September.
Wow. Do you have a website?
I do, SidneyCastillo.com.
Okay, so where are you traveling to next?
Next, I go to Atlanta to take Comic View, and then I'm in Cincinnati with Tony next week after that.
Love it.
Oh, yes. We also, me and Tony Rock have a new project we doing our own cartoon, man. So it's coming out pretty soon. Be on the lookout for that. So we got a lot.
What's the cartoon about?
The cartoon tells about basically all our crazy stories, you know, our point of view on, you know, what's going on.
Is it an adult cartoon? Or?
Absolutely. Everything we do is adult.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I'm sure the children get the whole of it and like it too, so.
Nice. Who else is on there with you guys?
It's just us. It's on the Sid Rock.
Isn't that crazy that you guys got to come up with a cartoon about it?
Yes, you heard the stories. Kansas City story is a true story. Our life is just crazy on the road.
That was like a normal story though. I mean, you know, you bring a girl home and
she throws up and doesn't remember who you are.
Yeah, I think it happens to you stars all the time.
Well, I mean, I don't like that kind of attention. You know, I'd rather her be sober when we kissing.
Oh, so you did kiss her?
No, but listen.
Oh, okay.
Yo, you my That happened years ago. That happened like 2007. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out the juicy stuff that happened recently.
And recently.
I gotta watch the cartoon.
You gotta watch the cartoon.
Do we have a working title for the cartoon?
We do have a working title. We have 2 working titles. So I don't know if we should get them out both, but 2 working animated titles for the cartoon that's going to be on a television site near you. Boom, check out for it.
God, I cannot wait. You're not gonna give me anything?
Man, I can take
Just
this.
like what do you think it should be called?
I think this show should be called "This Show Is Going to Retire My Mom."
Yeah, I'm not from originally, but I started doing comedy here, so like this is my comedy home, and I actually started here on this stage.
So where did you do comedy here in Dallas?
All over. Like I said, I started on this stage. Took like a workshop, and they let comedians come up, try, to start. You get bookings out of it, and I'm just now getting booked at the club. Decades later, usually it happens faster than that, but the Backdoor Comedy Club, Hyenas, Red Dog Tavern, wherever there was a mic. I actually had my own room here for years. Started my own show at the Caribbean Grill with my man Marvin Michaels, a very, very prolific brother. He's still in the game too. He came out to one of the shows. We had our own comedy club / someone else's apartment. We had a little. It's called Squeak. One was classy as we knew how to do it. We had like 4 jokes between us, and that's just what we did. You remember? But that's how we started, and the jokes continue. We've grown from that. I'm glad I spent thousands and thousands of dollars doing it. We couldn't pay nobody. I had to use my salary. I had to go out to the ATM machine and put my PIN number in. I said, "Here's your money, player." But
so I was gonna ask you, what kind of jobs did you hold while you were doing your comedy career?
I didn't hold any jobs well at all. Actually, I had a decent job. I got a job out of college, and I started working. Corporate America. It's a classic story. I just got tired of the cubicle space, and I'll just falling asleep at work. Started not to really care about that part. It was like it was dying. It was like a piece of me was dying because I was holding on to something that was poisonous, and I just had to drop it and started doing the jokes for real. And that's the rest is history.
Now, did someone tell you, okay, you're funny, you should be a comedian, or is that something you always knew inside?
Maybe when I was younger, I couldn't describe it as hey, I need to do stand up. I just knew. People listen to people with microphones when you're making them laugh, and I think maybe that was like a thing that I always hold on to, and I just started telling jokes, and I like doing it. I like writing and the whole process, the business. You can't get no better than this.
So how did you and Tony link up?
Tony. Let me just make it clear, Tony Rock is the hardest working man in stand-up, in the business, because of what he probably won't say it, but when you have an older brother like Chris Rock, who has been so prolific in setting a standard in the comedy games, Tony is so different from that, and he works very hard, effortlessly, it seems like, to blaze his own trail. So there is no shadow that he is walking under, if there ever was one. He's definitely not doing it now. And anybody that would challenge that, I would challenge them to actually just watch what real comedy is. And that's what this brother is doing. He would have been doing that if Chris wasn't around, right, in my opinion. But we met here. He was performing here. I said, "Oh wow, hey, that's Chris Rock's brother," because that's how they used to bill him here. Okay. He's Chris Rock's brother. Nothing else about him. Really.
But that happens with everybody who's related to somebody. Don't you think?
But in this game, this is the only game that you have to stand and deliver on your own at some point.
For him, so he has a harder job.
Maybe for a while, but he's naturally funny. Chris will tell you that Tony's funnier than him. And I'm not gonna say either way, but I'm just saying that his own brother said that. But we met here. The Hollywood thing kind of put some distance over time. But I moved out to Los Angeles, and I just hung out at a club that he was hanging out, every week. That we just, frequent, certain clubs out there, and I just felt his hand on my chest, like, "Yo, man, you move out here, you out here now? It's on now, baby." And I was like, "Fine, all right, cool."
But that helps me look even better.
So if anybody else were to call you right now, who would surprise you?
It would name somebody. Everybody.
You're Tony Rock.
I know.
Traveling all over the world, Amsterdam.
I'm just Tone to my friends. They just.
But that's your friends.
Yeah, but that's who.
I talked to some of the people over here.
Matters.
True, and your fans.
My friend, no, fans matter. Fans unequivocally, they're number one, because I'm a stranger to them, and they come and support. But at the end of the day, if they don't like me, my friends are the ones that's like, we got you. You know, we were there before this all happened. We were there when we was telling jokes on the stoop. So my friends are the guys that I do it for.
So you're on 2 tours, Rock the Mic and Royal Comedy?
Royal Comedy Tour starts up again in the new year.
February?
Like late January, early February, yeah. So we're doing that again in about another 30, 40 cities. So right now, Royal Comedy is on hiatus. Rock the Mic is in full swing. So this week here, next week New York City, Cincinnati, all over the place, man.
You've been doing Rock the Mic since, I met you, like you said, New Year's. Have you had a break? What's that like being on tour?
Rock the Mic is never going to stop. Rock the Mic, I'll be 10 years from now, I'll be on a Rock the Mic tour.
Busy?
Yeah, Rock the Mic never going to stop.
So on tour, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened?
There's so much stuff. We don't even have enough time.
Really?
It was like
the latest thing that's happened. You were in Houston not too long ago.
Houston's my home. That's my city. Like I was there for Trey Day. So shout out to Trey the Truth. Shout out to the homie. The wildest thing that happened in Houston.
Yeah.
I left the club with 2 girls one night. I met one girl at the bar. I met another girl at my table. Took them both, leaving the club. They both in my car. Who knew I picked the 2 girls that hate each other to leave the club with? So they get in my car and literally start fighting.
Dirty South Houston.
Yeah. Cops pull the car over, put me in handcuffs, like we got to figure this all out, put everybody in handcuffs. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Come to find out, she hates her, she hates us.
True story?
True story. Some long ongoing beef that I had nothing to do with, but it's like, what are the odds that I would pick the 2 girls that hate each other, to take home?
Right. And then I had my interview with you, and then you had one of the girls that you took back to the green room, working in the same office. Look at that. I get around Tupac. Okay.
Listen, somebody got to do it.
Well, I enjoyed you, Tony, and I enjoyed you here with LP on the scene. You got anything last words to say?
Yes. I would like to, can I touch the mic now? I would like to say thank you again. This is my 2nd interview, and we should keep this going because this is fun. And follow me on Twitter at Tony Rock, Instagram Tony_Rock because somebody took Tony Rock. Download the Tony Rock app. It's available on all phones, iPhones, Androids, whatever you got. Download the Tony Rock app. Go to TonyRockComedy.com. Tour dates, foundation, my apparel line, pictures. Yeah, I got a t-shirt line. Yeah, I got a t-shirt line. Yeah. So everything you want to know about me and Apollo season 2 starting soon. Make sure you support that. And since my brother didn't put me in his movie, I'm gonna have to write one myself and do it my damn self.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, that's it.
Right.
What else you want to know?
That's it, babe.
Peace.
In the club, stay fly like an ego. You know we be VIP wherever we go. Do it for the love plus the people.